The smile faded fast. One sip of Meghan Markle's wine, and the entire LA table started smirking. Tell us in the comments where you're watching from, because this next scene proves that glamour can't mask everything. In today's commentary, reports out of Los Angeles suggest that the much-anticipated A Seat at the Table dinner, hosted by fashion mogul Emma Grede at designer Kelly Wearstler's Glasswall mansion, turned awkward when Meghan Markle's new lifestyle brand as ever became the unplanned punchline. The evening had begun perfectly. Polished marble floors, scent of white orchids, and a guest list that looked like a Forbes power issue come to life. Cameras flashed, laughter echoed, and Meghan, dressed in a soft tan pantsuit, arrived carrying 2 chilled bottles of her as ever-reserved white blend. Her entrance was greeted with polite applause. But minutes later, that applause curdled into quiet tension. The dinner theme, empowering women who create rather than inherit, was already buzzing online. Meghan reportedly offered to pour her brand's wine herself, saying cheerfully, "It's all about women supporting women, and I'm proud to share mine with you." Clinking glasses followed, but the first guest who tasted it, a well-known Hollywood investor, allegedly gave a brief smile, then a half smirk that spread like perfume in the air. Another guest leaned over, whispered, and both suppressed laughter behind their napkins. Within seconds, the vibe shifted. A few raised eyebrows. An uncomfortable hush. One insider later told Page Talk Online. It wasn't that it tasted awful. It was that everyone expected perfection, and the reactions were impossible to hide. That tiny moment became social media fuel. A leaked clip, 3 seconds long, showed a brunette guest mouthing, "Oh, wow," after sipping. Comment sections erupted. Was that shade? Even her wine's having an identity crisis. But you haven't heard the craziest part. By midnight, blogs were already comparing as ever to celebrity-driven brands that overpromise luxury, but deliver grocery store quality. A wine tasting forum claimed the bottle retails for $34, yet scored only 72 out of 100 in a blind review thread. Numbers that don't scream royal refinement. At the event itself, Emma Grede reportedly stepped in with a gentle rescue. "Let's toast the taste, and a courage for putting your name on something." Polite laughter followed, but the subtext was unmistakable. The toast felt both supportive and surgical. Pop culture analogy. It was like watching The Devil Wears Prada unfold in real life. Everyone smiling through the sting of polite humiliation. Mid-video bombshell. Sources later alleged that Meghan's PR assistant discreetly asked the staff to swap the remaining as ever bottles for imported Chardonnay before dessert was served. Emotional peak. Imagine standing among peers you admire, realizing that every sip is silently judging you. Viewers could feel her restraint. The chin lift, the measured nod, as if dignity itself had become armor. Social proof cue. Within 24 hours, TikTok sommeliers were reviewing AsEverWine under the tag #DuchessBlendFail, racking up 1.2 million views. One viral caption read, "Even the cork looked nervous." And just when the whisper seemed ready to fade, another guest remark reignited the entire storm. "Next time," she reportedly quipped, "let's bring something with a royal finish." The table chuckled. Meghan smiled tightly. By sunrise, the dinner's laughter had turned into hashtags. Screenshots of guests' wine reaction faces flooded X, formerly Twitter. Influencers looped the smirk moment with captions like, "This vintage tastes like broken titles," and "The Duchess meets the tannins." In private group chats, stylists and editors reportedly speculated whether As Ever had rush production. One fashion editor wrote, "Packaging is stunning, but if the taste isn't royal, the branding collapses." Emma Grede, ever the poised host, remained silent publicly but posted a serene photo of empty glasses and candles the next morning with a caption that read, "Some nights age better than others." That single post crossed 500,000 likes within hours. Fans instantly connected the dots. Commenters flooded. "Is that about the wine?" Emma's shade is vintage 2025. But the twist came from a completely different corner, a sommelier's review that went viral. Los Angeles-based critic Nora Alvarez uploaded a TikTok titled, "Tasting the Duchess's Blend." In it, she described the wine as confused between dessert and diplomacy, giving it a 6.8 out of 10. Within a day, The clip passed 2.4 million views. Major lifestyle outlets picked it up. Harper Daily called the dinner a masterclass in soft power misfires. Culture pushed a headline. Even the grapes couldn't stay neutral. A reputation analyst told Civic Buzz, every brand launch depends on two things, taste and timing. Meghan's team had neither that night. The moment felt straight out of Succession episode, elegant, expensive, but catastrophically tone-deaf. 2 nights later, attendees leaked that Kelly Wearstler staff quietly replaced the leftover bottles with Veuve Clicquot at brunch, without alerting Meghan's team. The choice was subtle but symbolic. To observers, it screamed damage control. For viewers, empathy collided with irony. Here was a woman who once faced the fiercest tabloids in the world, now fighting a different battlefield. Taste buds. The humiliation wasn't loud. It was slow, polished, almost cinematic. By October 17th, hashtag AsEverFail and hashtag WineWithAttitude reached 2.1 million combined mentions. TikTok sommeliers, celebrity gossip pages, even Royal Watch podcasts turned the dinner into a case study. Insiders claim Meghan spent the next morning in quiet meetings with her brand consultants. One phrase reportedly echoed in the room. We can recover this. Plans for a refined batch, new partnerships, and a rebranding campaign under the slogan Evolved Taste, Same Vision began almost instantly. Publicly, she remained gracious. In a follow-up interview, she smiled and said, every creative journey has growing pains. I prefer mine aged in oak. The line trended, half cheering, half mocking. But it worked. Within a week, AsEver search interest rose by 34%, proving that even bad publicity, when handled with grace, can ferment into profit. Then came Emma Grede's closing remark at a later interview for Vogue Voices. Authenticity has no label. You taste it or you don't. A mic drop moment, delivered with a smile, and audiences knew exactly who she meant. Sometimes the most expensive flavor isn't in the bottle, it's in the lesson. If you thought that was wild, hit subscribe and drop a comment below. Tell us, did Emma's guess go too far, or was this simply the cost of image versus reality? Wait till you see what's hidden in the off-camera footage, the moment when a celebrity guest stepped in to defuse the tension.